Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel gsipucmysuru. This is the 14th session of the second chapter, that is Principles of Electricity, Network Theorem and AC Principle. In the last few sessions, we discussed the basics of Principles of Electricity, that is we saw what exactly is the meaning of Ohm's law, what is KCL, KVL. We also solved some problems on KCL and KVL, and also the applications of Kirchhoff's law was dealt in the earlier sessions. In this session, we will be moving to the next part of the same chapter, that is network theorems, which is the most important topics in this particular chapter. So what is this network theorems? Why is it necessary? There are a number of theorems which has made us easy in order to find the current flowing through the circuit or the voltage across any of the component. So this is playing a major role in applications of electronics and transmission systems. So as I have told you, we are having a number of network theorems. Some of them are superposition theorem, next, Thevenin's theorem, and maximum power transfer theorem. Maximum power transfer theorem. These theorems you are going to study in your syllabus, that is in your second chapter. So in today's class, we will be seeing what exactly is the meaning of this superposition theorem. Now let us first understand this superposition theorem with a statement. In any linear bilateral network containing a number of voltage sources, the current or the voltage through any of the branch is equal to the sum of the currents or the voltages caused considering only a single source at a time and by replacing all other voltage sources by its internal resistances. So let us try to understand this with one simple circuit where we are having three resistors which are connected in this particular manner, and we are having two voltage sources. Let us name those voltage sources as V1 and V2, and these resistors are named as R1, R2 and R3, and the currents are denoted as I1, I2 and I3. So let me come up with the statement again. In any linear bilateral network having a number of voltage sources, the current or the voltage across any of the branches ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the current or voltage across this branch or this branch or this branch. So the current or the voltage across any of the branches is equal to the sum of the currents or the voltages considering only one source at a time and eliminating the other source by replacing it with its internal resistance. So V1 ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು V2 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರದ್ದು internal resistance ಬರೆಯೋದು. Second case ನಲ್ಲಿ we are going to consider only V2, eliminating this V1. So this, according to this particular statement, if I am going to call the current, the total current as I3, and V1 alone act ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ let me denote the current as I3 dash, and V2 alone act ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ let me call the current as I3 double dash, and the total current I3 will be equal to I3 dash plus I3 double dash. We are going to consider only one source at a time and replacing other source by its internal resistance. So the voltage, the internal resistance antadre, it is equal to 0. So just we are going to short that voltage source. So let us try to understand this superposition theorem in detail. Here we have to show that I3 is equal to I3 dash plus I3 double dash. where I3 is nothing but the current which is flowing through that resistor R3, and I3 dash is nothing but the current flowing through the same resistor when V1 alone is considered and when V2 is neglected, that is when V2 is shorted. I3 double dash is the same current flowing through that resistor R3 when V2 alone is considered and V1 is shorted. So we have to come up with I3 is equal to I3 dash plus I3 double dash. Now let us consider the circuit one at a time. I mean, let us consider the voltage source one at a time. Case 1, when V1 alone is acting. When V1 alone is acting anta helidaga, the circuit will become like this. You have to just short circuit V2. So the circuit V2 na short madodu. This is R1, R2 and this is R3. This is equal to V1. Hodalva? And the current which is flowing here is I, and the current which is flowing through this R3 is I3 dash. I am considering only V1, so the current will be named as I3 dash. So now in order to find out the total current I, what we have to do is I is equal to V1 divided by R total. But I don't even know the value of R total. So R total ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, if you look from this point, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ R2 is placed in such a way that this R3 and R2 can be considered as the two resistors which are connected in parallel. Houda? So R2 and R3 are in parallel and that parallel combination is in series with the resistor R1. So what we can do is R2 athwa first R1 ne bariyana. R1 is in series ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ I am just going to add with a parallel combination of R2 and R3. So RT is equal to R1 plus R2 parallel to R3. Now I1 is equal to V1 divided by R2 anta gottayitu. I3 dash, that is the current which is flowing through that resistor, is equal to, you have to apply the current divider rule. Current divider rule prakara I3 dash, whenever you are going to measure the current flowing through any of the branch, that will be equal to the total current I into the other resistance, that is equal to R2 divided by R2 plus R3. This is R1, R2 plus R3. So I3 dash is nothing but the current flowing through this resistor R3 when only V1 is acting. Now we have to look into the second case when V2 is acting and V1 is shorted. So the second case when V2 alone is acting, V2 alone is acting, then the circuit will be like this. V1 is shorted. I am having these resistors and a voltage source which is equal to V2. This is R1, R2 and this is R3. The current here, let us name it as I, and the current which is flowing through this resistor is now named as I3 double dash. The total current I can be easily find out by V2 divided by R total. V is equal to I into R. So in place of R, we are writing R total. So if you look from this particular end, the resistors R1 and R3 are connected in parallel and that parallel combination is in series with R2. So R total will be equal to R1 parallel to R3, that will be in series with R2. Clear? Now you can easily find out R2. So RT. So RT jaganali you are going to substitute that value and find out the total current. Now in order to find out this I3 double dash, the total current I into the resistance value of the other resistor, ಈ ಎರಡು resistors parallel ಆಗಿದೆ, parallel ಅಲ್ಲಿ connect ಆಗಿದೆ. So you can use the current divider rule. So I into R1 divided by R1 plus R3, the sum of these two resistors, R1 plus R3. So I3 double dash is equal to this. So we have easily found out I3 dash and I3 double dash. So I can substitute those values in this particular expression and easily find out the value of I3. Clear? But in order to find out the voltage across R3, again you have to consider the source individually, that is V1 alone is acting, V2 alone is acting anta helidaga. Let me write it here. When V1 alone is acting, the voltage across R3, let me write it here as VR3, or let me denote it as V dash itself. What I told you, whenever you want to measure the voltage across any of the resistor, you can easily calculate that by multiplying the current flowing through that resistor into that resistance value. So in this particular case, the current flowing through that resistor is I3 dash into that resistance value R3. So V1, that is the voltage across this particular resistor even when R1, R2 is connected. And coming to this, V double dash, that is the voltage across this R3 will be equal to, this particular diagram, V double dash, that is the voltage across this resistor R3 is equal to product of the current flowing through this resistor, that is I3 double dash into R3, I3 double dash into R3. So this is the voltage across this resistor when only V2 is acting. So in order to find out the total voltage across this resistor, what we are going to do is, we are just going to add that V3 equals, the voltage across R3 is equal to V dash plus V double dash. So in order to calculate the total current, I will be equal to I dash plus I double dash, and in order to find out the total voltage across that particular resistor, we are just going to add V dash and V double dash, where V dash is nothing but the the voltage across that resistor when only V1 is acting, and V double dash is the voltage across the same resistor when V2 is acting. Clear? Now let us try to understand this superposition theorem with one simple example. So this is the problem what you have to find out. Find the current through and voltage across 3 ohm in the figure using superposition theorem. Current through anta helidre, you have to find out the current through this 3 ohm resistor, that is you have to find out I3 is equal to how much, and the voltage across this, that is, let me denote it as V3 itself. So using superposition theorem anta avaru already mention ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, you have to consider these sources separately. So let us consider only 10 volts for the first case. When 10 volts alone is acting, then the circuit diagram will be like this. This will be shorted. Here I am having 10 volts and here I am having a 3 ohm resistor, and let me denote that current as I3 dash, 2 ohm, 6 ohm, and this is equal to 10 volts. The current I2 can be neglected because we are not having any kind of voltage source over there. We have shorted that voltage source, so the new diagram will be like this. So the total current, let me denote that by I. Now you have to first find out the total resistance of this particular resistor. Yaake total resistance na kandidbeku? Because total current will be, that is equal to I, will be equal to voltage source in the circuit, that is 10 divided by R total. R total nanagu gottilla. So first let us find out that R total. So R total is equal to, if you look from this particular point, this 3 ohms and 6 ohms are connected in parallel, and that parallel combination is connected in series. Remove all the voltage sources ella remove madi. If you are going to write like this, here this is the diagram what you are going to get. This is 2 ohms, this is 3 ohms and this is 6 ohms. If you look from this particular point, 3 ohms and 6 ohms are connected in parallel. So after solving that parallel combination, I'll be getting some answer. Let me call it as X, and this X and 2 ohms are connected in series. So our total will be equal to 3 parallel with 6 plus 2. So we will be getting 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6 plus 2. 6 3s are 18, 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2. 9 1s are 9 2s are, which is equal to 4. So our total is equal to 4 ohms. So our total gotaitu, we can easily find out the total current I, which is equal to 10 divided by 4, whose value is equal to 2.5 amps. So the total current flowing in this particular circuit is 2.5 amps. Now you have to find out this branch current I3 dash using the current divider rule, where you are having two resistors which are connected in parallel. This is 3 ohm, this is 6 ohm, this is the voltage source, and this is the total current I. So you have to find out, you have to apply the current divider rule for this parallel combination. You have to find out the current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. So let me denote it as I3 dash is equal to the total current I into the other resistance. Total current I into E branch al measure ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have to consider this resistor divided by sum of these two resistors. When you are measuring current across 6 ohms, the total current into other resistors andre 3 divided by 3 plus 6. So the total current I into 6 divided by 3 plus 6. So total current is 2.5 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6. So I will be getting the branch current as 1.66 amps. So I3 dash is equal to 1.66 amps. Let me write it here. I3 dash is equal to 1.66 amps. Now they have not only asked the current flowing through that resistor, they have also asked us to find out the voltage across that 3 ohm resistor. So let me denote that as V3 dash will be equal to I3 dash, that is the current flowing through that resistor into that resistance value, that is equal to R3, which is equal to 1.66 into 3, which is equal to 4.98 volts. Please don't forget to mention the units. So V3 dash is equal to 4.98 volts. So we have found out the current through that 3 ohm resistor and the voltage across 3 ohm resistor when only 10 volts is acting. Now we have to move on to the second case where 10 volts will be removed and the second voltage source is considered. That is, the circuit diagram will be like this. Here we have to consider the voltage source, and this 10 volts will be short circuited. This is 3 ohm, 6 ohm, 2 ohm. This is a 15 volts voltage source. Now the current flowing through this resistor, let me name it as I3 double dash, and the current flowing through the main current, let me denote it as I itself. So when 15 volts alone is acting. Now in order to find the total current I, the formula is I is equal to 15 divided by R total, that is the voltage source, divided by the total resistance. I don't know the total resistance, so the total resistance will be equal to, when you look from this point, these two resistors are connected in parallel and this parallel combination is connected in series with 6 ohms. So 2 in parallel with 3, 2 in parallel with 3, and that parallel combination is in series with 6. So 2 into 3 divided by 2 plus 3 plus 6. So 3 2s are 6 by 5 plus 6 gives me 1.26 ohms. So the R total is 1.26 ohms. Now I can easily find out the total current. Total current is 15 divided by RT, 1.26 gives me 11.90 amps. This is the total current I. Now apply the current divider rule and find out the current I3 double dash considering these two resistors which are connected in parallel. So I3 double dash is equal to the total current I into the other resistance. I am measuring the current across through this resistor. So the other resistor which is parallel to this resistor is 2 ohm. So I into 2 divided by sum of those two resistors which are in parallel. So 2 plus 3. So total current is 11.90 into 2 divided by 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Gives me 4.76 amps. So the total or the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor when the second source is considered, let me denote it as I3 dash is equal to 4.76 amps. Clear? Now let us find out the voltage across this particular resistor. Let me name it as V3 double dash is equal to the current flowing through that resistor I3 double dash into that resistor R3. So that is 4.76 into 3 which is equal to 14.28 volts. So V3 double dash is equal to 14.28 volts. This is not the end of the problem. You have to find out the total current through this resistor and the total voltage across this resistor anta helidaga you have to add I3 dash and I3 double dash in order to get the total current I3, and V3 dash and V3 double dash must be added in order to get the total voltage across this 3 ohm resistor. So let me write it here. I3, the total current I3 equals I3 dash plus I3 double dash whose values are 1.66 plus 4.76. So I3 will be equal to 6.42 amps. So the total current which is flowing through this resistor 3 ohms is equal to 6.42 amps. And now we have to measure the voltage across that resistor. So V3 equals V3 dash plus V3 double dash which is equal to V3 dash value is 4.98, V3 double dash is 14.28. So the final voltage through the 3 ohm resistor is 19.26 volts. So this is the final answer, where the current through that 3 ohm resistor is equal to 6.42 and the voltage across the 3 ohm resistor is 19.26. The problem is a tedious method, but still if you understand the problem and go step by step, then you can easily find out the total current through that resistor and the total voltage across that resistor. I hope you are very much clear with this particular problem. I will be coming with few more problems in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye bye.